Hello. I am one of the budgeting sisters, and today we are going to go through the breakdown of the first week of April. So, this is the first week. So, for me, it started on Friday the 28th of March and ran for 1 week till the Thursday the 3rd. So, we actually rolled over £6 from the week before. My wages was slightly lower than what it should have been. However, my second job was actually slightly higher. And we put in £335 from sinking funds. So this was made up of sinking fund for visiting the kids, the yearly insurance, and an additional £15 that I used for put into personal care. And this was for some cream that moisturising cream that I use, which is a little bit expensive and I don't need it every month, so I do a little sinking fund for this. So moving on to the fixed bills. Our energy bill didn't come out, but my pension did. I did find out today that actually our energy company has actually gone into administration, and we have another company that's actually going to take over. So I'm not sure when that payment is going to be taken. So we're literally got to wait and hear from them to find out what's going on. So we budgeted for £60 for fuel, £30 for myself in cash, £30 for my husband on his card. Groceries was £150. Because this is, like I said in my previous video, because I get paid every 28 days and we've got that 50% discount, we do our majority of our shopping on this particular week. So that's why the budget was £150. And actually we were slightly over. Sorry, I should go back to the fuel. The fuel, actually, we were under budget by £2.17. The grocery, we were 3 pence over. Household, that's cleaning products, laundry detergent, that sort of stuff, bleach, toilet cleaner, etc. So that was £30 in the account. And actually we were £30 and 47 pence. Personal care was 35. Now normally it's 20, so that's £20 that we do once a month, plus the £15. But actually we spent £25.30, which meant we underspent by £9.70. Pet food we budget for £20, which obviously is in the bank account. This shop we do as online shopping, and have it delivered to the houses. It's the once a month that we do. And actually it came to £23.69, so we were actually £3.69 overspent. Childcare bill for 3.75, £245 for the month. It was in the bank, and it was £245, which was right. General miscellaneous, I set at 0, that was fine. Car running costs is 0, again, was the same. Travel, which is, as I said in the last video, was for parking, etc. So we had £5 in cash and £5 in the bank. And actually we spent £7.40. So we have the £2.50 in cash that's left over, and the 10 pence is still in the bank. The visit for the kids, the £200 was in the bank account because we obviously transferred it up here. But there was an issue and we actually didn't visit the kids. We're actually going to go the following week. So this £2.50 here, we are going to put into the penny savings challenge. I had my car finance, which was actually under that. And the reason for this is I don't know if you've noticed, but I always round up to the nearest pound rather than dealing with the pennies. So although it looks like I've not paid enough of my debt, it's actually correct because of the fact that I always round up. So our total income was £2,354. We spent £50 on fixed bills. We spent 539.70 on variables, £2.50 in savings envelopes. We paid 254.53, which gives us a balance of £1,507.25 to carry over to the next week. So because we have the £2.50, I get my little pot. Well, I also found 3p in my washing machine. So what we're going to do is the 3p we are going to put in our Bag It and Bank It, which is from this was designed by Natalie at Rainbow's Budget and Plans. They're pretty, as you can see. I've already started saving. Okay, the 50p is going to go in the 50p bag, and the £2 I'm going to go in my savings binder. Now, I'd like to give a shout out to Rainy Day April with my nice little coloured. This was March's, I think. Just a little. She does a little activities, and I thought I'd brighten up my little folder with them. So we're going to do the scratch card. As I explained in a previous video, this is my savings for eating out for next month. So it works out that I save my change for that. So I'm going to go for this one. And there's £2. And before anyone says, oh, you know what, you made it yourself, and you'll know which results are, I don't. I actually make 3 of these, all 3 different, with different amounts in different places. And then myself and my sister, and I have a brother, we turn them over, we pick one, and then I get whichever one's left. So I never actually know which one I'm going to get, because I've muddled them all up and I don't ever actually see them once they've got their stickers on. That way it's fair for me and it's fair for them, and I never know what's actually involved in those once you scratch those off. The maximum is £3. I do know that because obviously I made it because I want to try and make it fun and not think, oh no, I've got to take a bit extra money out of somewhere, and be like, I don't know where I'm going to find this extra money from. So it's a lot easier just to do £3 at the most. And I always make sure that there's only one £3 one. The rest is either 2 or 1. So had I scratched that off and realised it was £1, then I would have then gone and scratched another one off and hoped it was another £1. It saves £21 in total. And that way gives me and my family a little bit of a eating out buffer ready for next month, so that we can still have our little treat. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to restuff my purse for this week coming. So let's open up my purse, and then we have week 2. So let's open it up. I know what's in it because I don't get very much. I get £30 for fuel. And then I have £5 for miscellaneous. My grocery budget is £70 for this week, and that is on my debit card. Household, personal care, and pet food are virtually all spent, and they are normally in the bank account. And then transport, which is like parking stuff. This week we've got one trip to the hospital, which my husband's going on his own this time, and that will be on his. That's £5 on his debit card, ready for when he goes on Friday. So that's ready for this coming week. And then hopefully I will see you guys next week for an unstuffing and a review of the week to see how we did. Have a good week, guys.